Hi there. Today I'm going to solve worksheet number 16, which is about algebra. And as we know, the algebraic skills that we learned from last term starts with simplifying expressions, or we call it collecting like terms, such as in the first question here. All right. So 4x minus 2x plus 8x. So they are all like terms. So you start from the left. 4x minus 2x is 2x. 2x plus 8x is equal to 10x. 5x plus 5 minus 2x minus 6. So 5x and minus 2x are like terms. 5 minus 2 is 3x. And plus 5 minus 6 are like terms. So 5 minus 6 minus 1. 2x is a like term to minus 4x. 2 minus 4 minus 2x plus y minus 6y are like terms. 7 minus 6 plus 1y. And then plus 3 is left on its own, so we will just write it here. 6y squared, there is no like term to 6y squared, so I'm just going to write it here as is. 7y is not a like term to 6y squared, and there is no like term to 7y, so I will just write it here. Minus 4yx, there is no other yx, so there is no like term to y minus 4yx, so I will just write it here. Plus 10, there is no other term to plus 10, so I will just write it here. So this expression is in its simplest form because y squared is not a like term to y and they're not a like term to yx. So accordingly, the expression stays as is. While in the next one, y squared minus 6y squared are like terms. So 1 minus 6 is minus 5y squared. Minus 6 squared minus 2 squared is equal to minus 8x squared because they are like terms. 2x squared is a like term to minus 3x. So 2 minus 3x. 2 minus 3 is minus 1. And they are like terms to minus 6. Minus 1x squared. So minus 1x squared minus 6x squared is gonna come down to minus 7x squared. 4x squared is a like term to minus 8x squared. 4 minus 8 minus 4x squared, and minus 3x, there is no like term to minus 3x, so I will just write it as is. 6x squared is a like term to minus 6x squared. 6 minus 6 is 0, so the x squared is cancelled. Minus 2x, there is no other like term. There is no like term to minus 2x, so I will just write it as is. Plus 6, there is no term is alike to plus 6, so I will just write it as is. 8x squared is a like term to minus 16x squared. So 8 minus 16 is minus 8x squared. Minus 10x is a like term to minus 2x. Minus 10 minus 2 is minus 12x. So this is the collecting of like terms. In the second question, It's about writing expressions or forming equations. So they want us to write an expression for the parameter for each shape. So the parameter is adding all sides. Adding all sides. So if we start with the first one, if we call this as A, shape A, and we start with shape A, so we're going to say P, which is the parameter, is equal. Let's start at this point and let's walk around the shape. The length of this side is 2x. And since the parameter is adding all sides, so add, then you carry on. The length of this side is the expression 2x plus 1. And then we're adding the third side. And we're getting back to the starting point because parameter is adding all sides. So the last side is of a length of 3x. Once we write it here, we must simplify it. 2x is a like term to plus 2x. So 2 plus 2 is 4. And they're like terms to 3x. So 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 3x is 4 plus 3 is 4x, and this one is left on its own, so plus 1. And this will be the expression of the parameter in its simplest form for A. Okay, so P for A is 7x plus 1. Okay, let's go to B, which is a rectangle. So for B, the parameter for any shape is adding all sides. Let's say that we started at this point. The length of this side is 6 plus x plus the length of this side is 2 plus 5x. Okay, every two opposite sides in a rectangle are similar. So we have two pieces of this. So this piece, we must multiply it by 2. And we have two pieces of this side. So all this, we're going to multiply it by 2. Now, we are going to expand at first. We are going to expand. I just want to have things organized here. So, okay. So we're going to expand. So at first, we composed or we wrote the expression for the parameter, and now we need to put the expression in its simplest form. So we're going to expand. So 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times x plus 2x. And then this side here, 2 times 2 is plus 4. 2 times, so we're expanding the 2 into this bracket and this 2 into this bracket. So 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 5x is plus 10x. Last step is putting it in its simplest form by collecting like terms. 12 and 4 are like terms. So 12 plus 4 is 16. Plus 2x and plus 10x are like terms. So 2 plus 10 is plus 12x. So the parameter for this rectangle is 16 plus 12x. At last, let's call this as C, and it's a square. So at C, all sides are equal. The length of one side is, we start with P is equal to. So the length of one side is 5x. And we have 4 pieces of this, so we're going to multiply it by 4. And we're going to say 4 times 5 is 20x, and this is the parameter for this square, is 20x. The next skill is writing an expression for words or for sentences that are written in words. For example, the sum of unknown number, let's call this unknown number as n and 3. The sum, it means the addition. So the addition of the unknown number n and 13. That's how we write the expression. 3 more than x. So it will be x plus 3. 3 more than x. 6 less than x. 6 less than x. So it will be x minus 6. The sum of, so the sum again is the addition of negative 8 and x. So we're adding negative 8 and x. The this one, the sum, this one is not clear. Let's just leave it. A number which is twice x more than x. X plus twice x, which means 2 times x. The product of x and the product, it means the multiplication of x and 8. So it means x times 8, which come down to 8x. That's how we write it algebraically. The sum of square x, it means x squared. The sum, it means the addition of x squared and y. The square of sum of x plus y. And we are going here to practice the next skill, which is the expanding. Expanding must be followed with simplification. Expanding is getting rid of brackets, which is the opposite to factorizing. All right, simplifying, we already practiced plenty on simplifying in the previous questions, which is putting the expression in its simplest form or collecting like terms. Okay, the expanding 3 times 4x is 12x, and 3 times negative 8 is negative 24. So where is the correct answer? Oh, sorry. All right, so let's carry on here. So 5x times 2x is equal to 10x squared. 5x times 1 plus 5x, and this one is on its own, which is minus 10x. Now we need to collect like terms. So 10x squared will stay as is. Hold on, please. Okay. So there is no like term to 10x squared, so it will stay as is. Then plus 5x and minus 10x are like terms, so 5 minus 10, which is minus 5x. Now, the 6 here is on its own, so we will bring it down as is. And then we're going to expand the 2 into the bracket. 2 times x is plus 2x. 2 times negative 1, which is negative 2. Now, let's collect like terms. 6 is a like term to negative 2. So 6 minus 2 is 4. And plus 2x, there is no like term to it. So I will bring it down as is. Now, 2 is on its own. So we will bring it down as is. And we will expand the negative 3 into the bracket. Negative 3 times x minus 3x. Negative 3 times negative 4, which is plus 12. And then we're collecting like terms. 2 is a like term to plus 12. So 2 plus 12 is 14. Minus 3x, there is no like term to minus 3x, so we will bring it down as is. Here, minus 5 is on its own. We're going to expand the 2 into the bracket. So positive 2 times positive 2x is positive 4x. Positive 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. And then we're collecting like terms. Minus 5 and minus 10 are like terms. So minus 5 minus 10 is minus 15. The 4x is on its own. There is no like term to it, so we will just bring it down as is. Now, the minus 12 is on its own, so we will bring it down as is. We're going to expand the minus 2 into the bracket. Minus 2 times positive 3x is minus 6x. Negative 2 times negative 6 is plus 12. Now we're collecting like terms. Minus 12 is a like term to plus 12. Minus 12 plus 12, they're cancelled. And minus 6x is on its own. So the expression will come down to negative 6x. Here, we're going to expand the 3 into the first bracket and this 3 into the second bracket. So 3 times x is 3x. 3 times negative 5, negative 15. Positive 3 times x is plus 3x. Positive 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. Now we are collecting like terms. 3x is a like term to 3x. So 3 plus 3 is 6x. And negative 15 is a like term to negative 12. So it will be minus 27. Same here, we're going to expand the 5 into the first bracket and the negative 3 into the second bracket. 5 times 2x, 10x. 5 times 2 plus 10. Negative 3 times 2 is negative 6x. Negative 3 times negative 4 is plus 12. Let's simplify or let's collect like terms. 10x is a like term to negative 6x. 10 minus 6 is 4x plus 10 plus 12. So 10 plus 12, they are like terms. It is 22. So plus 22. All right. Let's carry on with expanding. The expanding is getting rid of brackets. If we have two brackets multiplied by each other, we're going to take the first term in the first bracket, multiply it by each term in the second bracket, and then the second term in the first bracket, we're going to multiply it by each term in the second bracket. Let's do the following. X times x, x squared. X times negative 4, negative 4x. So we finish the first term in the first bracket. The second term, which is negative 5 in the first bracket, negative 5 times x, negative 5x. Negative 5 times negative 4 is plus 20. Let's collect like terms. X squared is on its own. There's no like term to x squared. Minus 4x minus 5x, they are like terms. So minus 4 Minus 5 is minus 9x, and plus 20 is on its own. Let's do the exact same thing in the second question. X minus 6 inside a bracket times x plus 4. So let's take the first term in the first bracket, and it's x. Let's multiply it by each term in the second bracket. So x times x, x squared. X times 4 is plus 4x. Then let's take the second term in the first bracket and multiply it by each term in the second bracket. Minus 6 times x, minus 6x, minus 6 times 4, minus 24. We're done. Let's collect like terms. X squared, there is no like term to x squared, so you will bring it down as is. Plus 4x minus 6x are like terms. So plus 4 minus 6 is minus 2x minus 24. Let's do the exact same thing here. X times x, x squared. X times negative 3, negative 3x. 2 times x is plus 2x. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. Let's collect like terms. X squared minus 3 plus 2 is minus x minus 6. Let's do the exact same thing here. X times x, x squared. X times 4 plus 4x. Minus 5 times x minus 5x. Minus 5 times positive 4 is minus 20. Let's collect like terms. X squared on its own, so it will come down as is. Plus 4 minus 5, they are like terms. Plus 4 minus 5 is minus x, and minus 20 is on its own, so we will bring it down as is. Let's do the exact same thing here. X times x is x squared. X times positive 3 is plus 3x. Minus 6 times x is minus 6x. Minus 6 times positive 3 is minus 18. All right, x squared on its own, so we'll bring it down as is. Plus 3 minus 6 is minus 3x minus 18. Let's do the exact same thing here. X times x, x squared. X times 2 plus 2x. Minus 8 times x minus 8x. Minus 8 times positive 2 minus 16. X squared plus 2 minus 8x is minus 6x. They are like terms, minus 16. Let's do the same. X times x, x squared. X times negative 7, negative 7x. Minus 1 times x is minus x. Minus 1 times minus 7 is plus 7. Let's collect like terms. X squared will come down on its own. There is no like term to x squared. Minus 7x minus x is minus 8x. And plus 7 is on its own, so we will bring it down as is. Let's do the exact same thing here. X times x, x squared. X times 10 plus 10x. Minus 7 times x minus 7x. Minus 7 times 10 is minus 70. Let's collect like terms. X squared, there is no like term to x squared, so it will come down as is. Plus 10 minus 7 is plus 3x. Minus 70 will come down as is, as there is no like term to it. Let's do the exact same thing here. X times x, x squared. X times negative 2, negative 2x. Minus 4 times x minus 4x. Minus 4 times minus 2 is plus 8. Let's collect like terms. X squared on its own will come down. Minus 2x minus 4x is minus 6x. And plus 8, it will come down as is. X times x is x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. Negative 9 times x is negative 9x. Negative 9 times negative 3 is plus 27. Let's collect like terms. X squared minus 3 minus 9 is minus 12x. Plus 27 will come down as is. X times x, x squared. X times 5 is plus 5x. 2 times x is plus 2x. 2 times 5 is plus 10. Let's collect like terms. X squared, 5 and 2 is plus 7x plus 10. X times x is x squared. X times 2 is plus 2x. Minus 10 times x is minus 10x. Minus 10 times positive 2 is minus 20. Collect like terms. X squared will come down on its own as there is no like term to it. Plus 2x, so minus 10x is minus 8x. And minus 20 will come down on its own. Expand and simplify. X minus 5 all to the power of 2 means x minus 5 times x minus 5. And we will get back to the previous question, to the exact same steps of the previous question. So we will take the first term in the first bracket and we're going to multiply it by each term in the second bracket. So x times x, x squared. X times negative 5 is negative 5x. And then we're going to take the second term in the first bracket and multiply it by each term in the second bracket. So minus 5 times is x minus 5x. Minus 5 times minus 5 is plus 25. Now, the final step is collecting like terms. X squared is on its own, so it will stay as x squared. Minus 5x minus 5x are like terms, so it's minus 10x. And plus 25 is on its own. And this is the expanding of this. Okay, the second one you can do it on your own. I'm going to go to the third one as there is no space to do it. So here, x plus 4 to the power of 2, it means x plus 4 times x plus 4. So we're going to take the first term in the first bracket and we're going to multiply it by each term in the second bracket. And we're going to take the second term in the first bracket and multiply it by each term in the second bracket. And this will bring us into x times x, x squared. X times 4 is plus 4x. 4 times x is plus 4x. 4 times 4 is plus 16. Last step, we are going to collect like terms. X squared will come down on its own. Plus 4x plus 4x, we're collecting like terms. They're like terms, so it's plus 8x. Plus 16 will come down as is, as there is no like term to it. So it is easy to do D, as D and A are alike, while B and C are alike. Now, let's go to number E. Number E, it's 2x minus 3 to the power of 2, which means 2x minus 3 times 2x minus 3. Okay, so let's expand. Take the first term and multiply it by each term in the second bracket. Like I said, expanding is getting rid of brackets. 2x times 2x, it's 4x squared. 2x times negative 3, negative 6x. And then negative 3 times 2x is negative 6x. Negative 3 times negative 3 is plus 9. Last step is collecting like terms. 4x squared, there is no like term to 4x squared. Minus 6x and minus 6x are like terms, so it's minus 12x plus 9 is on its own, so it will come down as is. Let's practice on this once again. 3x plus 5 all to the power of 2, which means 3x plus 5 times 3x plus 5. Let's expand. Take the first term in the first bracket and multiply it by each term in the second bracket, which means 3x times 3x, 9x squared. 3x times 5, which is 15x. Now take the second term in the first bracket and multiply it by each term in the second bracket. 5 times 3, it's plus 15x. 5 times 5 is plus 25. Now let's collect like terms. 9x squared is on its own, so we will bring it down as is. Plus 15 is plus 30x, and then the 25 is on its own, so we will bring it down as is. Now in G, we have first a bracket which is to the power of 2. So if we want to do it on the side, you can say like x minus 3 to the power of 2. It means x minus 3 times x minus 3. So x times x is x squared. X times negative 3, negative 3x. Negative 3 times x, negative 3x. Negative 3 times negative 3 is plus 9. Collect like terms. X squared minus 3 minus 3x, it's minus 6x plus 9. Accordingly, the 2 is still out. We got rid of the squared here. So it will be 2 times x squared minus 6x plus 9 minus, now this minus, it will be inserted into this bracket. So minus, as if there is a 1 here, minus 1 times 2x, it's minus 2x. Minus 1 times minus 3, it's plus 3. Now, we must insert this into this bracket. So 2 times x squared, it's 2x squared, equal under the equal. 2 times negative 6x is negative 12x. 2 times 9 is plus 18 minus 2x plus 3. So we will write this here as is. Last step is the collecting of like terms. 2x squared is on its own, so we will bring it down as is. Minus 12 minus 2 of x, they are like terms, so minus 12 minus 2 is minus 14x plus 18 plus 3. So plus 18 plus 3, the answer will be, we're adding, so it will be plus 21. Same applies here. First, we need to get rid of this square. So x minus 4 to the power of 2, it means x minus 4 times x minus 4. You can do this on the side. X times x, x squared. X times negative 4, negative 4x. Negative 4 times x, negative 4x. Negative 4 times negative 4 is plus 16. collect like terms. X squared is on its own, minus 4. Minus 4 is minus 8x plus 16. Okay, so 3x is on its own, so we will write it as is. Plus, the 2 is outside this bracket. The x minus 4 to the power of 2 comes down to x squared minus 8x plus 16. Now, let's collect like terms. Equal under the equal. The 3x will come down as is. Now, we're going to expand. 2 times x squared, it's plus 2x squared. 2 times negative 8x, negative 16x. 2 times 16 is plus 32. Plus 32. Now, last step, we must collect like terms. So 3x is a like term to minus 16x. So 3x minus 16 is minus 13x plus 2x squared. There is no like term to x squared, so we just write it as plus 2x squared. 32, there is no like term to 32, so we must write it as is. And the way we write it algebraically correctly is 2x squared minus 13x plus 32. Here, first we need to get rid, First, we need to get rid of x minus 5 squared. So the squared here, we need to get rid of it. So on the side, x minus 5 times x minus 5. X times x is x squared. X times negative 5, negative 5x. Negative 5 times x, negative 5x. Negative 5 times negative 5 is plus 25. So x squared minus 5x minus 5x is minus 10x plus 25. So, and we can expand the 3 into this bracket. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times negative x, negative 3x. Negative, the 2 is here. The x minus 5 squared will come down to x squared minus 10x plus 25. Let's first, the 3 will come down as is, minus 3x will come down as is, and now we're going to expand negative 2 into this bracket by multiplying each term inside the bracket by negative 2. Negative 2 times x squared, it's negative 2x squared. Negative 2 times negative 10x, it's plus 20x. Negative 2 times 25 is negative 50. Last step is the collecting of like terms. So 3 is a like term to negative 50. So 3 minus 50 is minus 47. Minus 3x is a like term to plus 20x. So minus 3 plus 20 is plus 17x. And minus 2x squared is on its own, so we will write it on its own like this. Okay, now we're going to apply the exact same thing. 2x minus 3 all to the power of 2. 2x minus 3 to the power of 2, it means 2x minus 3 times 2x minus 3. Okay, 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times negative 3 is minus 6x. Minus 3 times 2x is minus 6x. Minus 3 times minus 3 is plus 9. Now let's collect like terms. 4x squared minus 6 is minus 12x plus 9. So the 8 will stay as is. Minus 4, open a bracket. The 2x minus 3 to the power of 2 will come down to 4x squared minus 12x plus 9. Now, the 8 will stay as is. Here we're going to expand the minus 4 into this bracket by multiplying each term by negative 4. Negative 4 times 4x squared, it's minus 16x squared. Negative 4 times 12 and negative 12x, it will be plus 48x. Negative 4 times 9, it will be negative 36. Now we are going to collect like terms. Equals 8 is a like term to 36. So 8 minus 36, the answer is negative 28. There is no like term to minus 16x squared, so it will come down as is, and there is no like term to 48x, so it will come down as plus 48x. Okay, again, expand and simplify. So here, you are going to say 3x times x, 3x times negative 2, and then minus 2x times 3x minus 2 times minus 5. Okay, 3x times x, 3x times x, it will be 3x squared. 3x times negative 2, negative 6x. Minus 2x times 3x, it will be minus 6x squared, and then minus 2 times minus 5, it will be plus 10. Let's collect like terms. Equal underneath the equal. 3x squared is a like term to negative 6x squared. So 3 minus 6 is minus 3x squared. There is no like term to negative 6x, so it will come down as is. There is no like term to plus 10, so it will come down as is. And we're done here. Multiply and simplify. So, two brackets multiply by each other. We will take the first term in the first bracket and multiply it by each term in the second bracket. We will take the second term in the first bracket and multiply it by each term in the second bracket, which is as following. 3x times 2x, 6x squared. 3x times positive 5y, it will be plus 15xy minus 2y times 2x, it will be minus 4xy, and minus 2y times positive 5y, it will be minus 10y squared. Let's collect like terms. So equal underneath the equal. 6x squared, there is no like term to 6x squared, so it will come down as is, plus 15xy minus 4xy. They are like terms, so 15 minus 4, it will be plus 11xy minus 10y squared, because there isn't a like term to minus 10y squared. Sorry about this. All right. Now, simplify. So here we must at first, it's 16 minus 4 times 3x minus 2 to the power of 2. So we must get rid of the power first. So 3x minus 2 squared, it means 3x minus 2 times 3x minus 2. 3x times 3x is 9x squared. 3x times negative 2 is negative 6x. Negative 2 times 3x, negative 6x. Negative 2 times negative 2 is plus 4. Let's collect like terms. 9x squared, there is no like term to 9x squared, so it will come down as is. Minus 6 minus 6x is minus 12x. They are like terms, and plus 4 will come down as is. So equal, the 16 is on its own. Minus 4, open a bracket. That 3x minus 2 to the power of 2 will come down to 9x squared minus 12x plus 4. Let's expand. The 4 must be inserted into this bracket by multiplying each term in this bracket by 4. So here, equal underneath the equal, the 16 is on its own, so it will come down to 16. So negative form times 9x squared, it will be minus 36x squared. Negative form times negative 12x, it will be plus 48x. Minus 4 times positive 4, it is minus 16. Let's collect like terms. Equal underneath the equal. 16 is a like term to negative 16. So 16 minus 16, they're going to cancel each other. So what is left? We're going to write it down as an answer. Minus 36x squared, there is no like term to it, plus 48x, and this is the final answer. Expand the brackets. All right. So we're going to multiply the half by 6x and then by negative 2. We're going to multiply the negative third by 9x and then by 3. So half times 6x, it will come down to 3x. Half times negative 2, it will come down to negative 1. Negative third times 9x, it will come down to negative 3x. Negative third times positive 3, it will come down to negative 1. Now let's collect like terms. 3x is a like term to negative 3x, so they cancel each other. 3x minus 3x is 0. Minus 1 and minus 1, they are like term. Minus 1 minus 1, the answer is minus 2. Just to make sure that you understand things well, so half times 6x, this is over 1, right? So it will be 6x over 2. If you do the cancellation, this will come down to 3x, say? Okay, half times negative 2, and this is over 1, right? So it will be negative 2 over 2. If you simplify it, it will be negative 1. Same applies to third. If you say negative third times 9x, this is over 1. So it will be 9x over negative 3. If you cancel, it will be negative 3x. Now, third times 3, it will be 3 over 3, which will come down to 1. And that's where we got this from. Let's do the exact same thing here. 2 over 3 multiplied by 9x first. We're going to expand the 2 over 3 into the first bracket. And then 2 over 3 times negative 12. 2 times 2x and 2 times negative 5. Let's do that. So if you say 2 over 3 times 9x, which means 9x over 1. So it will be 2 times 9x, which is 18x over 3. If you do cancellation, it will come down to 6x. So the first one, it will be 6x. 2 over 3 times negative 12, and this is over 1. So 2 times negative 12 is negative 24 over 3, which will come down to negative 8. So it will be negative 8. 2 times 2x is plus 4x. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. Let's collect like terms. Equal underneath the equal. 6x is a like term to 4x. 6 plus 4x is 10x. Minus 8 is a like term to minus 10. Minus 8 minus 10 is minus 18. Okay, the third skill in algebra is substitution. So let's substitute the values as they are given to us in the question. So if A is equal to 4 and B is equal to negative 2 and C is equal to negative 5. So what is A plus B plus C? So we're going to replace the A here with 4 plus the B is negative 2, so 4 plus negative 2 plus the C is negative 5. And let's now start with the order of operation. So it's all addition, so we're going to start from the left. 4 plus minus 2, which means 4 minus 2 is 2. Then 2 plus minus 5, which is 2 minus 5, so it is minus 3. The second one, it's A minus, what is A? A is 4. Minus, what is B? Negative 2 times, what is C? Negative 5. Let's take into consideration the order of operation. So we start with multiplication. Minus 2 times minus 5 is minus 10. And we have here the 4 minus minus 10, right? 4 minus minus 10. This will bring us into 4 plus 10, which is 14. Okay, let's go to the third one. 2a, it means 2 times a. So 2 times 4 minus b, which is minus 2, minus C, which is minus 5. Order of operation. So equal underneath the equal. 2 times 4 is 8. Minus minus 2, it means plus 2. Minus minus 5, it means plus 5. So 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. Let's start with the fourth one. A times B. A is 4 times B is negative 2 minus, and C is minus 5. Let's take into consideration the order of operation. Equal underneath the equal. 4 times negative 2, negative 8. Negative 5, it means plus 5. So minus 8 plus 5 is minus 3. Now, 3a minus 2c. 3a, it means 3 times a. And what is a? 4. So here 3 times 4 minus 2. What is c? 2c, it means 2 times c. So it's 2 times negative 5. Let's apply order of operation. 3 times 4 is 12. Minus 2 times negative 5, it's negative 10. So here it will be 12 plus 10, which is 22. All right. if we have b squared plus c squared, open a bracket, squared plus squared. What is b? B is -2. What is c? -5. So -2 to the power of 2 is 4 plus -5 to the power of 2 is 25. 4 plus 25 is 29. 4a minus 2b over c. We said a is equal to 4 if I'm not mistaken. A is equal to 4 and then b is equal to -2 and c is equal to -5, just because I can't see it up there and I just don't want to make any mistake. So equals to fraction line. 4a, it means 4 times a, which is 4, minus 2b, which means 2 times b, which is -2, all over c, which is -5. Let's simplify, or let's consider the order of operation. So fraction line, 4 times 4 is 16, minus 2 times -2 is plus 4 over -5. Now, 16 plus 4 is 20. 20 divided by -5, the answer will be -4. Same here. 2, so fraction line, 2, open a bracket, a minus c, a is 4, minus c is -5, so minus 5 over b, which is -2. Let's apply the order of operation, equal underneath the equal here, fraction line, so 2, 4 minus -5, which means 4 plus 5, and it's 9 over -2. If you cancel here 2 with 2, so it will be 9 over -1, so the final answer is -9. All right, let's do the last one here, or no, not the last one. B to the power of 3. So you open a bracket to the power of 3 minus a bracket to the power of 3. What is b? B is -2. What is c? C is -5. All right, -2 to the power of 3. It means -2 times -2 times -2. So we know that the answer is -8 minus -5 times -5 times -5. So it will be -125, right? So if we say 5 times 5 times 5, it's 125. That's right. So the final answer will be -8 minus 125. It means -8 plus 125. So the answer will be 117. Okay, so a squared plus c squared. So you open a bracket to the power of 2 plus a bracket to the power of 2. What is a? It's 4 to the power of 2. And what is b here? C, it's -5 to the power of 2. So 4 to the power of 2 is 16 plus -5 to the power of 2, it's 25. So 16 plus 25, the answer will be 41. Okay, let's move to next. And we are still substituting here. If a is equal to 2, b is equal to -3, and c is equal to -1. Okay, so here b squared, when I see squared, I open a bracket squared. The operation in between is plus, and then a, open a bracket, and it's squared. What is b? B is -3, so we're going to place it here. A is 2, so we're going to place it here. So -3 to the power of 2 is 9, plus 2 to the power of 2 is 4. 9 plus 4 is 13. Same here. B squared, so you open a bracket, squared. The operation is plus, and then, sorry, you open a bracket squared. What is B? B is -3 squared. What is C? -1. So -3 squared is 9, because -3 times -3 is 9. -1 squared is -1 times -1, which is 1. So the final answer is 10. Here, 2a minus 3b over c. So fraction line, 2 times a, which is 2 times 2, minus 3 times b, which is 3 times -3, over c, which is -1. Let's work out the numerator first. 2 times 2 is 4, minus 3 times -3 is plus 9 over -1. So 4 plus 9 is 13 over -1, so it will be -13. Next, 4 times in brackets a minus c over 2b. So fraction line, 4 is out, open the bracket. What is a? 2. Minus what is c? -1, close the bracket, over 2b, which means 2 times b, which means 2 times -3. Okay, so again, fraction line, 4 times 2 minus -1, which means 2 plus 1, which comes down to 3. And here 2 times -3 is -6. Now 4 times 3 is 12. 12 over -6 is -2. Okay, since I can't see the numbers here, so I'm going to write here a is equal to 2, b is equal to -3, and c is equal to -1. Okay? All right. So here it will be b cubic minus c cubic. So we will open a bracket to the power of 3 minus another bracket to the power of 3. Sorry. B is equal to -3 and c is equal to -1. So -3 to the power of 3, it means -3 times -3 times -3. And the answer will be -27 minus -1 times -1 times -1 is equal to -1 to the power of 3, which will bring it down to -1. So -27 plus 1, it will be -26. A to the power of 3, so you will open a bracket to the power of 3. What is A? 2 plus 2, you will open a bracket for c squared minus 1 to the power of 2. Now, 2 to the power of 3 is 8, because 2 times 2 times 2 is 8, plus 2 times -1 to the power of 2, it will be 1. So 8 plus 2, it will be 10. Now, 3a squared over bc. So fraction line, 3 times a squared, so 3 times, open a bracket to the power of 2. A is equal to 2 to the power of 2 over bc, which means b times c. B is -3 times c, which is -1. Equal underneath the equal. So 3 times 2 to the power of 2. 2 to the power of 2 is 4. So it will be 3 times 4. Negative 3 times negative 1 is 3. 3 is cancelled with 3, so the answer will be 4. Here, c squared over cubic root of a times b minus 2. So fraction line, c squared, c is negative 1, so we will put negative 1 to the power of 2, and this is c squared. And then cubic root of a times b, ab, it means a times b, a is 2 times b, which is negative 3, and then minus 2 all underneath the cubic root. Okay, equal under the equal, fraction line. Minus 1 to the power of 2, it means minus 1 times minus 1, which is 1. Now, cubic root of 2 times negative 3, which is negative 6. Negative 6. And negative 2, negative 6. Negative 2, it's negative 8. Which is negative 8. So the final answer, the cubic root of negative 8. So here I will write it, the cubic root of the cubic root of negative 8 is equal to negative 2. So it will be 1 over negative 2. Now 30, I will just bring this one down a little bit. Okay, 30 over BC, which means fraction line, 30. B is equal to negative 3 times C, which is negative 1. So it will be 30 over 3, which is equal to 10. Now, AB inside a bracket, AB minus C times AB minus C. Okay. Which means A times B. What is A? What is A? 2 times, what is B? Negative 3 minus C, which is minus 1. This is the first bracket, times A, which is 2, times B, which is negative 3, plus C, which is negative 1. Let's consider the order of operation now. So 2 times negative 3, it's negative 6 plus 1. And here, negative 6 minus 1. Okay, let's simplify it, put it in its simplest form. So negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5 times negative 6, negative 1, negative 7. Negative 5 times negative 7, it will be 35. Now, the last skill in algebra that you need to learn and to make sure that you understand very well is solving equations by applying opposite operations. So 4x over 3 minus 12. The minus 12, we're going to send it to the other side by adding 12 to the left side of the equal and adding 12 to the right side of the equal. Whatever you apply on the left, you must apply on the right. So this will be cancelled with this. What is left here? 4x over 3, and then 0 plus 12 is 12. Now, this is over 1, so we are going to cross multiply. So you will say 4x times 1 is equal to 3 times 12. 4x times 1 is 4x. is equal to 3 times 12 is 36. Now we are going to divide all by 4. So x is 36 divided by 4. The answer will be 9. Here, 12x plus 8 is equal to 4x minus 6. First, you need to get rid of the bracket by expanding. So the left side is going to stay the same for the meanwhile. Then 4 times x is 4x. 4 times negative 6 is negative 24. Now, you're going to send the 4x to this side and the 8x to this side. So it will be 12x minus 4x equals to negative 24 minus 8. Now 12x minus 4x is 8x minus 24 and minus 8 is equal to minus 32. Divide, we are isolating x, so we're dividing all by 8. So x is equal to negative 4 because negative 32 divided by 8 is equal to negative 4. Same applies here. 0.6x minus 18 is equal to 0.3x. So these are the same. We're going to send this to this side. So what is left here? Minus 18 on the left side is equal to 0.3x minus 0.6x. 0.3 minus 0.6, the answer will be minus 0.3x. So we are isolating x, we need to get rid of the coefficient, so we are dividing all this by negative 0.3, which is the coefficient of x. So it will be minus 18 over minus 0.3 is equal to minus 0.3x over minus 0.3. So obviously this is cancelled with this. So the x will be negative 18 divided by negative 0.3. The answer will be 60 for x. Now, this one here, the 10x will come down as s. The 2 must be inserted into the bracket. So by multiplying each term by negative 2 inside the bracket. Minus 2 times 3x minus 6x minus 2 times minus 5 is plus 10 equals to 0. Now 10x minus 6x is 4x plus 10 is equal to 0. We need to isolate the x. So we must send this to the other side of the equal. So minus 10 here and minus 10 here. So it will be 4x is equal to 0 minus 10. So 4x is equal to negative 10. We're going to get rid of the coefficient of x by dividing all by the coefficient. So x is equal to negative 10 over 4. So negative 10 over 4. So it will be x is equal to negative 2.5. Okay, and let's carry on with solving more equations. So here, we can expand. I'm going to solve it in 2 methods. If we're expanding, so 3 times 2x, it will be 6x. 3 times negative 2, it will be minus 6 is equal to 30. We're going to send this to this side of the equation. So it will be 6x is equal to 30 plus 6. And 6x will be equal to 36. So we're getting rid of the coefficient by dividing all by the coefficient, and x will come down to 6. Or we can say immediately 3 times 2x minus 2 is equal to 30. We can say divide all by 3. So what's inside the bracket is going to say the same. So here it will be 30 over 3. So 2x minus 2 is equal to 10. And then plus 2 plus 2. So this will be sent here. So it will be 2x is equal to 12 and x is equal to 6 again. Okay. Here we're going to send 8x plus 9 is equal to 6x minus 11. So we will send this here and we will send this here. So we start with 8x minus 6x. This is on the left side of the equal. The right side of the equal, we start with minus 11 minus 9. 8x minus 6x is 2x equals to 11 plus 9, because minus 11 minus 9, so it will be 11 plus 9, which is minus 20. Divide all by 2 to get rid of the coefficient and to isolate x, so it will be negative 10. So here x is equal to negative 10. Here we are going to expand, so 3 times x and then 3 times 3, and here 3 times x and then 3 times negative 1. 3 times x is 3x, 3 times 3 is plus 9, 3 times x is plus 3x, 3 times negative 1 is negative 3 is equal to 48. 3x and 3x are like terms, so it will be 6x plus 9 minus 3, so 9 minus 3 is plus 6 is equal to 48. And then we're going to send this to the other side of the equal because we're isolating x, or we're solving for x. So 6x is equal to 48 minus 6. So 48 minus 6, 6x is equal to 42. Divide all by 6. So x will be 42 over 6 and x is gonna come down to 7. Here we are going again to cross multiply. So it will be 6 times 2 is equal to 2x plus 4. Why? Because anything multiplied by 1 is equal to itself. So 2x plus 4 times 1, it will stay as 2x plus 4. So 6 times 2 is 12 is equal to 2x plus 4. So we're sending this to the other side. So it will be 12 minus 4 is equal to 2x. And then we're going to divide all this by 2. I'm running out of space here. So 12 minus 4 is 8. 8 divided by 2, x will be 4. Okay, here we are going to cross multiply again. So we're going to say 5 times 2x plus 5 is equal to 2 times x minus 2. Fine. 5 times 2x is 10x. 5 times 5 is plus 25. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Now, we're going to bring this to this side and send this to the other side. So 10x minus 2x is equal to negative 4. That's what's remaining here when I remove the 2x or when I send it to the other side, minus 25. 10x minus 2x is 8x is equal to minus 4. Minus 25 is minus 29. Divide all by 8. So 29 divided by 8, the answer will be negative 3.625. Okay. Last two questions here. Solve the equation, and again we are going to cross multiply as following. So we're going to say 4 times x plus 6 is equal to 3 times 3x minus 2, and then we're going to expand on each side. 4 times x is 4x, 2 times 6 is plus 24 equals 2. 3 times 3 is 9, x 3 times 2 is negative 6. Now we're going to send this to that side and this one to this side. So it will be 24 plus 6 is equal to 9x minus 4x. Okay, 24 plus 6 is equal to 30. 9x minus 4x is 5x. We're going to get rid of the coefficient of x by dividing all by the coefficient. So 30 divided by 5, x is gonna come down to 6. Because 30 divided by 5 is 6. Last question here. Okay, 5x plus 6 times 10 to the power of 3 is equal to 8 times 10 to the power of 4. All right, so you have also two ways of solving it. So you can say 5x is going to stay as is, plus 6 times 10 to the power of 3, which means 6 times 1,000. So it will be 6,000 is equal to 8 times 10 to the power of 4, which means 8 times 10,000. So it will be 80,000. Now it's just a usual question. So we're going to send this to the other side of the equation. So it will be 5x is equal to 80,000 minus 6,000. So 5x is equal to, so 80,000 minus 6,000 is equal to 74,000. We're going to divide all by 5 to isolate x. So get rid of the coefficient by dividing all by the coefficient. So it will be divided by 5. So it will be 14,800. And they asked to put your final answer in standard form. As you remember, the standard form, it must be x is equal to 1.48 times 10. To get it back to its original, 1.48 times 10. Okay, let's try. If you say times 1, it will remove the decimal one place. If you say to the power of 2, it will be 148. If it is to the power of 3, if it is 1.48 times 10 to the power of 3, which is times 1,000, it will be 1,480. If it is, sorry, If it is to the power of 4, then 1.48 times 10 to the power of 4, which is 10,000. So it will bring it back to 14,800. Or you can think of it, or, okay, you can say 5x. So now this is 6 times 10 to the power of 3, right? So you can leave it as is because it has a lower, let's say a power than 10 to the power of 4. 6 times 10 to the power of 3 is equal. If I want to make it the exact same power, can I write this equivalent to 80 times 10 to the power of 3? Of course I can. And then I'm going to apply opposite operations. So I will say minus 10 times 10 to the power of 3 on this side, minus 6 times 10 to the power of 3 on this side. So what is left? 5x on its own, because this and this are going to, so this and this are going to be cancelled. So 5x is equal to, you're going to say 80 times 10 to the power of 3 minus 6 times 10 to the power of 3. So 5x is equal 80 minus 6. 80 minus 6, the answer is 74 times 10 to the power of 3. We're going to divide all this by 5. So x is equal to 74 divided by 5. It will be 14.8 times 10 to the power of 3. It's not in standard form because this one, it should be a greater than 0, greater than 0 and less than 10. So accordingly, 14 is greater than 10, so it will be 1.48. So we moved the decimal to here. So the number got smaller, right? So 14.8, divided by 10, 14.8 divided by n, so it's going to be times 10 to the power of negative 1 times 10 to the power of 3, right? So it will be 1.48 times 10 to the power of 2. No, but it should be matching with this one. So here 80,000 minus 6,000, 80,000 minus 6,000 is 74,000. Type divided by 5 is 14. Okay, so here you're going to say 1.48. Okay, 1.48 times 10,000. It will get it back to this. Okay, here, what did we do? 6 times 10 to the power of 3. So this one is 8 times 10 times 10 to the power of 3. So it's 80 times 10 to the power of 3, right? 5x is equal to 80 times 10 to the power of 3. Type 80 minus 6 is 74 times 10 to the power of 3. 74 divided by 5 is 14.8 times 10 to the power of 3. So this one should be less than 10. right? This one should be less than 10. So it will be 1.48. Sorry. Here, I'm sorry. Here it's going to be times 10 to the power of 1 to get it back to this, right? So the final answer here, it will be 10 to the power of 1 times 10 to the power of 3. It will be 10 to the power of 4. And the two answers are the exact same. Thank you so much for watching this video, and all the best at doing your next homework. And I will see you in the next video sometime soon. Okay, I need to turn this thing off. Okay, I will just end the meeting. Thank you. End.